Hello everyone, and welcome finally to Baldur's Gate 3. Now I say finally for a lot of reasons. I say finally because ever since the beginning of last year, I told myself I was going to save up for a new computer because Baldur's Gate 3 did not really run on my computer. And I say finally because even when I got my computer earlier this week, there was a problem with the first one I got. I had to return it, and that was a whole ordeal. Because I kept freezing, and I didn't know what to do. I tried like reloading Windows. Don't know what happened to it. Brought it back, got a new one, and wouldn't you know it, this one worked fine. So, it was a very frustrating experience, but at the same time, it is so rewarding to finally have it up. In the process, I actually lost a lot of videos, which thankfully were all already uploaded to YouTube. So I'm in the process of recovering those now, at least before/after recording this. And the reason you guys are seeing this now is because while I got my new computer, I managed to hit 50 subscribers. So this is going to be a 50 subscriber special. Thank each and every one of you, whether you're a subscriber watching this, whether you're just someone who stumbled on this video, whether you're one of my Blue Sky mutuals who just decided to watch it today. Thank you for watching me play games and listening to me yap about nonsense. But yeah, so let's go ahead and play. Let's see here, because I also finally got everything going too. Like I had to do a lot of things, like get all my peripherals done. I had to end up getting a soundbar, which I won't be using for this. We're using the traditional Yeti mic and headphones attached to it. But let's go ahead. Let's start a new game. Now I thought about long and hard. Because there's a lot of difficulties here. Like there's Explorer, which is largely just, hey, you're going to get a story. Balance is pretty much a standard game. Tactician is a little harder. Honor is basically you only get one save file, and then once you die, you get knocked down back to Tactician. And then you can customize it if you want somewhere in between. And I do want to play this multiple times. I've already technically played it up until the beginning of Act 3. At the beginning of Act 3 is where my old computer just couldn't really handle the game anymore. The load times were always horrendous, but especially in Act 3, it was bad. So at this point, I kind of just want to play the game like fully and like enjoy myself and explore, and not too worry too much about like the combat portion of this. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna be explorer, but I will do other playthroughs because like I do want to do like a dirge run for this. I do at some point want to try doing like maybe a series of honor mode runs and then putting those on. But for now, let's just have fun on my new computer together. So let's start with Explorer. Yeah, I don't like just the concept of things in my eye. It's why I wear glasses and not contacts. I'm going to go ahead and enable the tutorials because it has been a little bit since I've played. Oh yeah, reset the tutorials. So we're going to keep them on just so that I don't have to play the bad memory game. So what kind of character are we going to make? Well, I've already decided on Druid, and I'll go to why in a bit. As for what race we are, you guys know I love my orcs. But I do want something that is going to stand out a little bit, because one of my big complaints about this game, and it's a minor complaint because it's a great game, is that if you look at the main cast of characters, you pretty much have like the same few things. So like you have Lae'zel, who's a Githyanki, and you got Karlach, who's a Tiefling, and like they're like the two standouts. Then you have Will, who is a human. You have Gale, who is a human. You have Shadowheart, who is a half-elf. You have Astarion, who is technically kind of an elf. You have Halsin, who is an elf. You have Minthara, who is a drow, if you get her over Halsin. And then you have Jaheir, who I believe is also a elf, but she might be a half-elf. So there's a lot of like lacking in representation. And then if you go through like the default dirge, then you have a Dragonborn, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, and then you have Minsk, who is also a human. So, in that, you're kind of missing halflings, half-orcs, dwarfs, and gnomes. Now, out of those, like, I gotta be honest, I kind of want to go orc, because, like, I feel like that's the race you see the least in the game, at least as far as I have experienced. Like, you'll find, like, a lot of halflings, like, in the Druid Sanctuary, you'll see a lot of gnomes everywhere. I don't think you see as many Dragonborns, but again, Dirge is also a Dragonborn. And then you definitely see plenty of dwarfs. So let's see what we get here. I'm kind of torn between these. So Orc, what do we get Orc? So racial speed, 9 meters, dark vision, relentless endurance, that's a pretty nice one, and then savage attacks. When you land a critical hit with a melee weapon attack, you deal an extra dice of weapon damage. Halfling. Okay, speed. Okay, so our speed is a little lacking. Lucky, whenever you roll a 1 for attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can re-roll the die. You must use a new roll. And I think that's only like once per long rest, right? Oh, or maybe not. Brave, you have advantage on saving throws against being frightened. So you know what? All things good. So like I said, I do plan on playing a druid. I will say I feel the orc is less suitable for a druid mechanically, because we're going to be in our... Because I think we're going to go with the Moon Druid, because Moon Druids are awesome. But we're not going to be making melee weapon attacks. We're just going to be making melee attacks with our animal form. This one would be useful. Dark Vision, kind of useful, kind of not, kind of depends. So let's go ahead. Let's make a halfling. I'm not a huge fan of halflings, but we'll go halfling this time. Okay. Naturally stealthy. You have advantage on stealth checks. I do like that. And strong heart resistance. Advantage on saving throws against poison and resistance to poison damage. Let's see. So legend has it. Dwarven blood gave strong hearts their hardiness, resistance to poison, and wellspring of endurance. These halflings easily hold their own. Stealthy but social. These halflings travel all over Faerun to make a name for themselves. I'm gonna go with strong heart halfling. I like the idea of that, and I'll go into why in a bit. Okay. So like I said, we are gonna pick druid. So druid cantrips, we have Shillelagh and Thorn Whip. Let's see here. Can we... Oh, here we can change them here. So what are our options here? Guidance, Poison Spray, Produce Flame, Resistance. Okay, and Thorn Whip again. Target... Okay, pulls creature 3 meters close to you. Target can't be pulled if it's huge in size. Okay, let's see here. This is a bonus action. That's an action. Do any of these... Okay, so these don't require concentration. Let's see here. Which one of these require? Okay, let's do this. Well, okay, and this is an action. I'm trying to remember if Wild Shape is an action or a bonus action. You know, we should be able to switch these at some point. So let's keep these for now. But I think what we're going to do is, depending on whether Beast Form is an action or a bonus action. So if Wild Shape is a bonus action, then what you can do is you can use Thorn Whip, pull them to you, because again, my speed's kind of slow, and then change into a bear, and then next turn they have to escape from a bear. Okay. Background. Okay. I think I'm going to go with Outlander, because the backstory I'm thinking for this is, okay, so the reason I want to go with Druid is a couple reasons. One, because this is easy mode, and my understanding is that Druid really is not represented well in this game, mostly because the wild shape is not very suited for a video game format. Like, wild shape is where druids can get really creative with like what they do and how they use their wild shape. Here, it's pretty much just combat with a little bit of exploration, but you also don't do that much exploration. Or if you're doing exploration, you're not doing it on your own. You have your party with you. So there's no point in like changing into a mouse for stealth if you're going to have your other 3 members along with you. So the reason we're doing this is because we're going to go Moon Druid, and at level 10, you gain the ability to turn into a Dilophosaurus. And if you guys don't know me, I like dinosaurs. I'm more of a Triceratops fan myself, but I'll take changing to any dinosaur. So I'm going to imagine this druid, this halfling druid, as someone from Chult, and like their thing is like they're small, but they've always just been enamored by dinosaurs, and as a result, they want to be able to change into one day. So abilities. So here's the thing: is I'm not going to mess with these too much. I'm pretty proficient at building D&D characters. I'm not like a pro, but generally I think this game has done a good job of putting the stats where they need to be. I think maybe cleric is probably the trickier one, because the stats you want can sometimes depend on what your subclass is. Like, you're probably going to want strength as a like, say, a war cleric or a storm cleric. But in this case, I think we have it pretty much where we want. Our wisdom is our spellcasting stat. That's very important. So that's our 17. That's our highest. Con is next, because we're going to have... Because basically our goal, with the way druids work in 5e, which is what this is based on, this is not 5e revised, you can cast a concentration spell and then change into your wild shape, your combat wild shape, and then the concentration rules still apply. You don't have to drop concentration to wild shape. So in this case, Constitution saving throws are going to be a big thing, and then especially if we don't have our wild shape and we have to rely on spells, we're going to want that up there. So we're going to go ahead and do this. So as for we can change these around now. So let's go ahead and do this. I am going to go with animal handling and nature, because again, those are just druid things. So the druid things you do, you're probably not going to do Arcana, you're probably not going to do religion. And again, insight, medicine, perception, we have a high wisdom, so we're getting +3 to those bonuses anyway. That's not bad. So we're going to go ahead and keep that there. So we're going to go ahead and confirm that. Now, prepare spells. Okay, so let's go ahead and clear all these out, because so good berry. 4 to 16 healing. Conjure 4 magical berries into you or your companion's inventory. Creatures who eat the berry regain 1 to 4 hit points. Berries disappear after a long rest. That's not a lot of healing. That's probably better in like in a game specifically where you are tracking what kind of food you have. Like you actually have to eat. Speak with animals. That's going in. I like that. This game has a lot of good animal interactions. Okay. Fairy Fire is another good one. It's a concentration spell, which is a good one. So that's something where we can drop, and as you can see here, all targets within the lake turn visible, and attack rolls against them have advantage. So again, you can drop that on enemies, change into a bear, and then proceed to bite their faces off. Okay, next here. We do want at least one offensive spell here. Okay, convince a beast not to attack. That's less... It was Entangle. Ooh, okay, again, a concentration spell, so that's a good one. We can use that, and what we can do here is if we hit T, we can go Entangling. Affected enemy can't move. Attack rolls against it have advantage, while its attack rolls and dexterity saving throws have disadvantage. So again, a good one to just lay on enemies and then bite their faces off. Next, let's go ahead. I think we do want something offensive. See, Thunder Wave, Ice Knife. Healing is also a good one. Let's see here. We can switch them out as we get more spells. Let's go ahead. Well, I guess we don't need... I guess we don't need too many offensive spells if we're going to be in animal form. So, like, right now we have... Okay, so we have our social spell. We have 2 concentration spells that we can drop one of those before we turn into a bear. So let's do healing, and let's do like an after combat. So this one is okay. We're gonna go with this one, because it's more healing, but the difference between these two is this one you only need to see the creature, this one you have to touch the creature. But if we're out of combat, that does not matter. So let's edit our appearance. Okay, I'm going to go with male, just because that's... Oh, hold on a second. Male. What the heck? Wasn't there... Hold on a second. Why is it still showing female voice, or female... Hold on a second. Female? They're not really changing. Hold on a second here. Hold on a second. Something's up here. Oh no, not the main menu. Okay, edit character. Oh, here we go. Body type. That's why. Okay. I was like, why isn't she turning into male presenting? So let's do. Oh yeah, we got some scars there. Yeah, I like the scars. I definitely like that. Okay, so male. Let's hear the voices.
Where to next?
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Okay, I like that one.
Hells. Something just woke.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
Okay, I do like voice 5.
It's opened.
More of those wretched things.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed.
Where to next?
Okay, I like 5. I think I like 5 voice.
This
Not that
place
it really
is trapped.
matters. So now here's a nice one too. So basically, when you go in to edit your character, so you have skin tones, so you can make any skin tones, and these are basically like the canonical skin tones. It's like if you want to go by strict D&D rules, these are generally the skin tones that you're going to find halflings in. But if you hit all skin colors, you can change them into anything. So let's see. We can. Ooh. I kind of like the green, like he's kind of like, part of the wild. Okay, so we got more green tones. Yeah, this is cool. So like you can get really creative if you want. Let's see here. Ooh, fey tones. Okay, what are they? Oh, decay tones. That's not what we want. Orcish green tones. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go with like the standard ones for now. Let's see what we... See, some of them I don't like that one. Like these two look so like red, like he's sunburned. I do kind of like. Let's go. Yeah, let's go with that. I think that's a good skin tone right there. Okay, so, he already has scars. Do we want to? Oh yeah, I'm always a sucker for the scar over the eye. I know it's cliche, but I mean, it's so cool. Okay, so we got one like that. We got the Shadowheart scar. I don't want to rip off Shadowheart scar, so we're just gonna go with something else. Ooh, yeah, like maybe like a big one. That. I don't like that. Like that's too ritualistic. That just looks ugly. You can do a burn. You know what? I'm gonna go with like the one big scar on the top. Okay, maturity. I imagine this as like a very young halfling. Let's see, what can we do? Oh, hold on. Let's up the intensity so we can see them. Yeah, let's give them some freckles right there. Maybe kind of, yeah, right like that. No, yeah, I'm not a fan of the vitiligo, but I think that's cool that they added that in. Like people with vitiligo should be able to see themselves in video games. Okay, so let's find like a good. Oh wait, I know there's one. I know there's a perfect one. Yggdrasil. Oh my god, that looks so cool. Okay, but color. What should we do with color? Should we do like a bright green? No, let's see here. I do like kind of like the gold. No, I don't like white. Let's. Ooh, jungle green. I mean, that's kind of spot on when we're talking about Chult. Gray green? No. I actually kind of like this kind of like pale minty. What kind of green is that? Green 4. I like green 4. Let's see here. Ooh, that kind of looks cool. Like honestly, it looks almost like it's magical. Yeah, no, let's just go with the green. Let's keep with the animal theme. Okay, piercings. I mean, he's from a jungle. He's... Oh, I know there's one called Chultan. Chultan something. Chultan serpents. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, eye. Okay, this is where we can have some fun here. Let's do all eye colors. Let's give him some, like, really crazy eyes. Okay, so green flame. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. I do like these two because it looks like they kind of match the color more. Emerald 4. See, I don't like that. See, I like these because they're black and it kind of makes them pop a little bit. Let's see. Demonic green. He's not really demonic though. Yeah, let's go ahead and go with flame green. I like that. And again, you can have heterochromia too, so you can make one regular. Well, you know what? Why don't... Yeah, let's do that. Let's make one a traditional color. So let's give him like a regular green. Oh no, I don't like the purple in the middle of that one. You know what? No, I like it when they're both like that. I think the heterochromia works for some, but I think with all the other green, it looks very jarring to have like one that has like the white eye and one that has the black eye. Okay, makeup. Honestly, he lives in a jungle. He doesn't do makeup. Hair. Okay, what do we got for hair now? Welcome to me playing RPGs where like everything is going to be like me making this character. Ooh, Solemn Huntress. Okay, no, I don't like that one too much. Knife-own. Okay, maybe knife-own. Nah. Okay, pincer movement. No. Carrion feather. Oh yeah, kind of like a wild, messy hair. Okay. Let's see, what do we got here? How does Dryad? You know, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like that look, but let's keep going. Let's keep going. I am liking the Dryad, though. Okay. I don't like that one. Okay, I need you to kind of like stay still and not like come with my mouse. Ooh, Bramble Thicket. No, I'm still liking Dryad. Dandelion, maybe? No. Nah, don't like that one. Okay, Plucky Fable, no. Let's see, Arrow Ribbon. Nah, I don't like that one. Not on him, anyway. You gotta find something that really suits your character. Ooh, maybe like a slight barbarian theme. Like, yeah, kind of like a Druid meets Conan vibes, maybe. Fair Forester. No, that's too neat. I imagine him with messier hair. Either messy hair or hair that's like really short for like convenience. Foxtail. No, not digging the foxtail. Let's see here. Wildcat. No, that's too long. That's weird. Okay, I think we nailed it with Dryad. I think Dryad is like that good mix of like it's long in... No. Yeah, like it's long in places, but it's like shorter in others. Okay. So now, here's what we have to decide. Hair color. I feel like the black hair should be darker. Let's see, but we can do a bunch of other... Ooh, we could even make them have green hair to match, too. Ooh, maybe like red hair. No, that doesn't look right. No. I sort of got like it doesn't always look like the palette's looking. It's because of the lighting. Nah, I don't like it. Okay, so let's look at the black hair colors. See, I feel like the black blue looks more of a black than the... But maybe that's just my eyes. Maybe my eyes are kind of black brown. Let's see. I do like Black Raven. Yeah, let's go with Black Raven. Okay. And then highlights, we're not... Well... Ooh, maybe we could do like a green highlight. Okay, so that looks close. Oh, what the... No, this one. Okay, let's maybe like drop it to 50%. Oh yeah, I kind of like that. Like a little bit of natural, a little bit of the green in there. That's a nice one. Okay. Graying. Okay, no gray. I don't want him graying. Again, I imagine him younger. Okay, facial hair. Okay, does he have maybe like a big... Ooh, yeah, I kind of like that guy. Like a kind of like a wild Kratos thing going. But then you can't see his tattoo on his lips. Let's try maybe... See, those all look way too nice. Also, what's with that pink in the hair? See, I feel like he would want his tattoo showing. Like, that is the point of tattoos, is you have them showing. Let's try... I did like this one. And it still has most of the tree on the top. So, you know, yeah, let's go with that. So, yeah, we're going to... Yeah, and suddenly that pink is gone. Why does this one have pink in it? That doesn't make sense. But then this one has, like, no pink whatsoever. You know what? Overthinking it. But, yeah, I think... Yeah, I think that's it. This is our druid. Oh, God. I had a name in mind earlier today, and... when I thought of this concept, now I'm trying to remember it. Oh, hold on, give me a second here. Oh, okay, you know, let's go ahead and call him... Let's call him Brash Humblefoot. Because, again, like, I imagine him that he's like this, you know, tiny halfling druid, but he sees these amazing dinosaurs, and he just wants to, like, be, like, as big and impressive as them. Like, he wants to prove himself.
You need a guardian. Choose one.
Oh, I need a guard. You know what? Since I couldn't play an orc, let's go ahead and make an orc. Let's see. You know, let's randomize. Oh, no. I want to randomize the gender. You know what? Let's do this. Hey, Siri. Okay, we'll do one is heads, two is tails. Hey, Siri, flip a coin. Hey, Siri. Flip a coin.
It's heads.
It's heads. Okay. Alright, so we got a female orc. And that's kind of... Let's get a look. Well, I don't want to customize this too much. We already spent so much time. Yeah, got the scar. I always like the scars. Body art. That's kind of wild. I'm not like super fond of it, but it looks kind of cool. Deadpool. Oh yeah, let's do Fiendhorn lids. I kind of like that. Eyes. Let's do... Yeah, you know, let's do like bright blue eyes. Well, that doesn't look teal at all. Okay, let's do that one there. Did I do... Oh yeah, skin tone. There we go. I like my orcs green. Sorry. I like my orcs green. I can't explain why. I just think it looks better on orcs, in my opinion. Yeah, there we go. That's a good green right there. Alright. Makeup. We already did that. Hair. Let's see. Well, let's see what she looks like bald. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of digging that. Like a little bit of an alien vibe. And facial hair. Yeah, and see, again, another great thing about this game is you can customize your character so many ways. Like okay, obviously, because I'm putting this on YouTube, a lot of the nudity is turned off. But you can customize your bits, whether it's you know, male or female. You know, you can again choose your body types. Like honestly, you can like have a female body type, and then, you know, have male parts down there. You can have beards, even if you're a female body type in either place. So again, it's a very inclusive game, and I love it. But I think I like that right there. Like she looks tough. She looks like she's fought Githyanki. All right, after enough yapping, let's venture forth. Wow, look at how fast that loaded.
My head.
Alright, remember here. Yeah, there we go. So let's take a look at our inventory here. Okay, so we got a scroll revivify, keychain, alchemy pouch, supply sack. Center camera. You can always refocus the camera with the home button or double clicking on the portrait. Okay. Okay, so this is why it's good to have Shillelagh, because so here's the weird thing, is that a quarterstaff is a strength weapon, but you will find it on a lot of spellcasters who generally just do not use strength. Which is why like a lot of druids like to take Shillelagh, because you use your spellcasting ability instead of your strength. So normally, if I were to roll this, so I have a +0 in strength, and I'm proficient in it, so that results in a +2 to whatever d20 I roll on a staff. But because I have, if I were to like put Shillelagh on, then it would basically add the +3 from wisdom in addition to my proficiency. Oh, +4 from proficiency? What's my proficiency? Hold on, what's going on here? Where's my proficiency? Oh, oh, it's probably because I'm playing on easy, so it gave me an extra proficiency. Yeah, normally when you start at level 1, your proficiency is only +2. So that makes a lot more sense. So yeah, but in this case, yeah, I would get +3 plus my proficiency bonus, which in this case is +4, but would normally be +2. Moving on.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Yeah, okay, so let's do our first check. Skill checks are notorious and dialogue options require a skill check. A dice roll must meet or exceed the target number. Your character's skills add a bonus to this roll. So as you can see, it's an intelligence skill, and I am not very smart. I am -1 smart. So we're going to roll, and then whatever that number is going to take a 1 from it, and if it's 10 or above, then I will know what's going on here. Nat 20, baby! Oh, blessed run. Blessed run
The
right
casing
here.
is fragile. The slightest touch could cause it to crumble.
Okay, so let's leave it alone. But like one thing we can do, well, I'm not sure if I can do it. So let's try this. So Thorn Whip.
Have to keep going.
And that's why it's nice that that's a cantrip. Let's see. And so yeah, so you have your bonus actions here. So you can sort by action type. You have level 1 spells drop, and you have cantrip. Cantrips you can cast as many times as you want. Level spells you can only cast. Basically, you have to use a spell slot to cast them. The exception in this game is if it's a ritual spell. There's kind of different rules in the. Oh, and pick up an unawares.
Dead. Good.
There's kind of different rules in the actual game because in the game it just means you have to take time to cast it. But it essentially allows you to cast those spells out of combat without expending the spell slot, and that's how it works. That's kind of how it works in this game. Let's see, I know there's goodies around here. I have to just remember. Okay, I have to remember E goes one way, Q goes the other. Okay. So if we go up here, there's a few more goodies. And home button. Oh, look at him jog. It's so tiny. And so if we have an onyx here, so we can right click that.
I'll take that.
To wares. And we can also use this.
Visions project into your mind. A nautiloid hurtling through the plains, resplendent with psionic energy.
And then we have another chest here. Are you gonna get anything like really spectacular? No, you're gonna get like gold and like some valuable gems maybe. But you know what? Gems and gold are gems and gold. It's free money. I may be from the jungle, but I know a thing or two about an economy. This is also a new keyboard for me, so like my muscle memory is sometimes having me hit wrong buttons. Guys, you have no idea how much smoother this is for me than on my old laptop. Like,
Anything else?
I'm eating well. I'm eating well on this new computer.
Images of goblins, their habits and histories flash into your mind. A schematic of a nautiloid flashes into your mind. Nerves, sinews, as much living being as ship. A feeling penetrates your mind. An anomaly, one like ourselves, unconnected from the hall. Caution.
I'm sure go all the way around.
Worlds beyond worlds flash before your eyes. Empires of a grand design traversed by ships just like this. 1,000 years of humanoid history. Elves, dwarves, humans, and more flash behind your eyes.
Something's on my mind.
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return.
All right.
A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about roleplay and metagaming, because I know that I can theoretically make this brain into a pet, especially further down the line. However, roleplay-wise, I know what this thing is. I know what this thing is. I know that it's serving the people who abducted me, and I know it's unnatural. And I'm a druid, so you know what? Mr. Brain goes squish. If you like this character, I am sorry, but that is just the reasonable thing to do in this situation when you know what's going on. Lurg. Who got anything good on you? No. He never does. Oh, and you know what? Let's cast Speak. So the good thing about this is it's a ritual, so I can cast it and it just stays on me. And rituals in base D&D are a little weird because they will have a duration on them. But in this case, for the sake of gameplay, it just lasts until long rest. So I pretty much want to always be talking to animals. Come on, keep going. There you go.
This is your end. Your head drops and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes. Oh. My head. What is this? Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
Yeah, you know, who are you?
Who am I? Your only chance of survival.
Survival? You're speaking my language.
First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. We will address the matter of a cure for this infection once we reach the material plane.
Okay, so combat, get rid of, okay, I'm gonna go through this because I know this already. But yeah, oh, so let's go ahead. So that's an action. That's a bonus action. Okay, so that lasts for 10 turns. Tangle. Okay. So as you can see, Fairy Fire is an AoE, and ooh, I can just barely get all of them. So let's go ahead and do that. Next, let's go ahead and Shillelagh myself. So now I'm a little more formidable, and even though I can't attack this turn, I will move into attack position.
I am fury. I am death.
Now here we have basically what in 5e Revised became a newish, where it's like you can do kind of special attacks depending on the weapon you have. So we're going to have her charge, and she's doing it with advantage. So yeah. Again, I know this is easy mode. At some point, I do want to do the harder modes as well. And then we might as well go ahead and just almost strike that guy. Didn't kill him, but you know what? Smarts. And Shillelagh! Oh, not enough resources. Okay. You know, we'll still move this. And you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and push you. There we go. Okay, so it didn't make him prone. But we'll go ahead and we'll just give him another bonk on the head. There we go.
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take a scimitar. I'm not going to be able to use it.
Something good here. I hope.
Oh yeah, you know, I'll take a potion of speed. You know, I'll take a caustic bolt too. I'm gonna give that to Lae'zel, because she's gonna be a thrown weapon person. Okay, I think I don't have a ranged weapon, so I'll go and I'll take a crossbow. So let's see. So let's tab. Yeah, so Lae'zel has a short bow and she can hamstring people with it. I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is just telling me the difference. But we're going to go ahead and stick with our melee Shillelagh. Alright, let's see. Oh, and then we have this guy here. Gold is gold. This guy here. Yeah, I can get health potion.
Don't waste a
That
step.
actually reminds me here. This is another thing I like to do. Okay, so I like to kind of keep the health potions divvied up pretty evenly. So in this case, she has 2, I have 3. That's basically as good as it's going to get. And you can use this during the tutorial to replenish your health and complete your spell slots. So in this case, I got the 1 spell slot I spent back.
Ship won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
Okay, nothing over there. Yeah, and feel free, like when you're playing, look around, because like they hide some stuff. Like I was even watching Many a True Nerd, because he started playing this for his channel too finally, and he found a treasure chest that I never even noticed because it's like kind of far and out of the way.
I can make no sense of it.
Wait, no, don't push.
Bionic energy radiates from the prisoners, but they do not react.
That is not what I meant to do. I meant to do this.
Another mystery.
Okay, well I know it's
Aggression.
okay.
Annihilate.
Yeah, let's go ahead and annihilate them. Candle, that's worthless. One thing I will say about this game is there are a lot of junk items that you just simply do not need, but there's quite a few that are just outright valuable.
Get me out of this captain! We have no time for stragglers.
The pack is stronger together. This is the law of nature.
The construction is too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
Okay, well, you can stop banging. I'll look.
The console appears dormant. The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket.
Yeah, let's try hitting it.
Nothing. The console remains dormant.
Whatever fits in that socket must power this thing.
And then see that right now the intellect devourers are not harming me, but you can attack them and change that if you so desire.
How many hosts of these gay infected?
The dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you. As you place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
Changed at the pull of a lever. How? If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
Look, Lae'zel, I play a whole other game where I have a squid attached to my head. It's not that bad. Okay, that's just fine.
This might unlock those controls next to the pod.
And also for the record, one of the things I'm doing for this run is I'm a druid. I'm going to try and be like a neutral alignment. Not that alignment
appears dormant. The console hums to life. But what is its purpose? Will it free the captive or transform her like that other unfortunate?
I kind of like that it says that if you've seen the other one. So let's go ahead and give it a try here. 13, I'm smart enough. Smart enough even though I'm dumb.
The pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. This device is different from the one that caused the other captive to transform.
Okay, Shadowheart, just chill for 5 seconds.
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. The parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority. You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
But anyway, before I took a shot, so my other goal for this run is like I'm gonna try and play as neutral because one, I'm a druid and they can be and are known for being kind of neutral in like natural alignment, but also because like I think it'll be interesting to kind of be a random card, like not always be a goody good, but not always be a complete dick.
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a Gith with you.
You keep dangerous company.
Dangerous company is what you need in a fight.
Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
Welcome to the pack, then.
Shadowheart. One moment.
What do you mean what's that? It's clearly a D20.
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
See, you're getting along already. Alright, so next thing's next. Let's go ahead and dip these up a bit. So let's split 2 off and then split another one off from that. So there we go. Divvy those up. Everyone now has 3 healing potions. Let's give Shadowheart a ranged weapon, even though I want her to use her mace primarily. And she doesn't need robes, so we need those. I also like to give her the... Actually, no, I'm going to keep the caustic bulbs. Mostly because I feel like that's something like a wild person would have, is like, you know, like they get a plant and like wrap it together and like basically make these kind of like alchemical kind of grenades. See? Roleplay. Roleplay is fun. Okay. Gotta remember my buttons now.
Faint images appear in your mind. A brain, a Githyanki warrior, and centuries of darkness.
And another thing, you notice a lot, like, I'm taking all the gems and adding them to wares. There's a reason for that, and that's because when you go to a vendor, you can just add sell wares, and it will automatically sell anything in that wares category. So now let's see here, because not what I wanted. I want
Wits and
Shadowheart.
blades always sharp.
So Shadowheart can cast that, and it adds 2 to the armor class. And again, it's until long rest. So if there's someone you want to protect, you might as well cast it on them. And in this case, my armor class is only AC, because I am a wild man, and my armor is basically just leather skins. So I'm going to go ahead and go from the 13 to 15.
Not as bad as it could have. Seems simple enough.
And hold on, was that a... Let me check something. No, I want Shadowheart.
What am I to do?
Okay, yeah, you know, hold on. Let's touch this
Worth a
again
try.
because that'll restore the spell slot I just wasted. Oh, I say wasted, but that's going to be a good buff to have.
Interesting times.
Sphincter.
We are nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Come on, Cac, we got to work together. We're in this together. The pack will either survive together or we'll fall together. Hey, you have your own squiddy.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
We need to get out of here, now.
So you know what? Let's do this. Let's start with thorn whipping this guy. Oh wow, that killed him. I was imagining that I would like thorn whip him to me, and then if I couldn't finish him off, then lace outfit. Shillelagh.
I will ascend.
Alright, let's go ahead and we'll do our traditional charge. Oh, he did. Yeah, you know what? Oh, let's just send it to me.
Open up.
Yeah, we'll send that to me too. I'm not necessarily going to need these, but it's going to kind of be nice to have them. Okay, let's see here. So,
Got to move.
she is concentrating on Shield of Faith, so she cannot drop that. Let's go ahead. Yeah, we're gonna... Sacred Flame actually really sucks, but we're on easy mode, so why not? Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's go ahead, forward. Oh, not enough movement. Can I jump? Oh no, because that's a... I need 3 feet of movement to do it, or 3 meters of movement to do it. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and help out our ally of convenience. And by that I mean that did not help at all.
Taking position.
Okay. And then another thing you can do is you can actually use the dash action, and you basically get another turn's worth of speed. Oh yeah, you know, send that dagger to me.
What lies within?
I like how my stick glows with shillelagh.
Hurry, before they strike.
Okay, can I even reach that? No, I can't. Okay. I mean, I will. I just happen to have an action that I could use to help. God, you try and help someone that you plan to kill later, and they just don't appreciate it.
Ignore the devil. We must take the transponder.
Yeah, I'm trying. Oh, I completely forgot that my movement speed is lesser. Okay, that's... Oh, that's gonna break... Well, not that... You know, I don't need concentration on Entangle, because it didn't work. But now I can do that. Yeah, oh, you know what? Hold on. If I drink my haste potion...
Traps, please.
Oh, I'm not close enough. Send that to me. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, can I reach you? Not enough movement. Okay. Then you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and hamstring that guy. There we go. Now he can't move quite as close to me.
Make way.
Then we'll switch to our melee weapon. Okay.
Got to move.
And then, for other reasons I'm not going to explain, we're going to go ahead and use our spell slots here. See, he has to dash just to get close to me, but that's his action, so now he can't even attack.
This ship hits the ground. We're dead.
You know what? Topple him. Crit.
These boots have seen everything.
And they're made for walking.
Swift and lethal.
Okay. Of course I'm not going to have anything useful. Okay, and I can't dash. Perhaps Lae'zel can dash and reach there this turn. Oh yeah, she can.
See. The helm's alien transponder. You've made it in time.
Okay, watch this right here.
As you wake, the tadpole squirms in your skull.
Now, the whole reason that I wanted to draw attention to that cutscene is because on my old computer, that one was basically as low polygon as you can get. Like, this would load, and that grass you see there to the right were like these long, thin, flat strips that were like twice as tall as they were because they hadn't loaded yet. Let's check myself for injuries.
Infection, you're more or less intact. A miracle, given everything you've been through, but it'll all be for nothing if you don't find help soon. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
Alright. Go to your personal chest and camp during a long rest. DLC items? When did this happen? Okay. Oh, that was the haste wearing off. That's why. Okay, I'm no longer lethargic. Okay, so I guess we have some goodies waiting for us at camp. But now let's take a moment and let's talk about ludonarrative. So ludonarrative is the way in which the mechanics of the game sometimes tell the story, and particularly how it pertains to this game. Because this game basically presents you with the concept that, essentially the way it works in D&D is if you get infected with that parasite, then after so many days you become one of those creatures that you saw the woman transform to on the Nautiloid. And so it presents you with, again, what it actually talks about and describes as a ticking clock. And then the long rests are basically whenever you end a day in a campaign, or in this case, in the game. So in theory, if you're a player, you're probably not going to want to use the long rest as much, because if you don't know what's going on in this game, you're thinking that I only have a limited amount of time to get this thing out of my head, otherwise I lose. So, for the sake of this being, even though it's not my first playthrough or play of the game, I'm going to be treating this like a new player would, and I'm going to try and long rest as little as possible, because again, the game has threatened me that it might be a bad idea.
I have something to ask.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible? I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing.
Alright, let's see here. Yeah, any idea where we are?
I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
Hey, don't talk about Squiddy like that.
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
Alright, let's get
One
moving,
thing,
Pack.
Just before we go, I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that.
I mean, I would hope so.
Lead
That's
the
how
way.
memory works. Alright, let's go ahead. I know where Lae'zel is, but for the sake of role-playing, let's find Lae'zel. That's my next thing is... Yeah, you know, they're part of the pack now, so we're going to try and find them.
No traps, please.
I will always take a fancy hat. There we go. A little taste of civilization. So let's add some of these things to our wares. There we go. I also love they did the traditional thing of you hit and hold the Alt button and it shows you anything you can interact with nearby. Because in a game like this, like if you don't have that, it's easy to miss something. Alright, yeah. Now here's the thing, is, like if you go to this, like you can get these fish in their camp supplies. If you do that though, you can quickly become over encumbered. So, especially on easy mode, it's not always necessarily good to take that kind of stuff.
Fresh water. There
Now,
must be a settlement somewhere nearby.
Yeah. Now, let's go to my next kind of mild complaint about this game. There are lots of books in this game. Some of them are just kind of very generic. Okay, water we're going to take because that's useful. And we'll take apples. Okay, I don't need those. So some of them are just kind of flavor text. They're like the books in Skyrim. Others of them can give you important clues. And I think the reason this bothers me a little bit is because you never know which is which. Like they're not always highlighted. So like I have no idea if that book is important. Like if I'm a bard, can I learn that sea shanty? Now the answer is no, because I have to. But here, like let's read this one. Sigh, I love you. There, I said it. If you meet me tomorrow, I'll say it again and again, and keep saying it till we're old and gray. Let's do it. Let's go to Baldur's Gate. I know it's risky, but so's staying here. The last few months have been hard, but they're always a little easier when you're there. Leave your boat and meet me at the hill overlooking the old bridge. Bring whatever you can carry. We'll make do without the rest. Don't be late. Love, Anna. So here's the thing. It's like I feel like my instinct is, okay, I can pick this up. And the name of the game is Baldur's Gate. And wouldn't you know it, at some point I'm likely going to end up at a place named Baldur's Gate. Even if I didn't know what Baldur's Gate was, like I can surmise that it is a location. So to me it's like, okay, so do I want to take that and meet Anna, or am I going to pick this thing up and have basically 0.05 carry weight dedicated to this thing? Like it results in a lot of inventory bloat. And I think the problem I have is that when I see something like that, my instinct is I start want to not picking up books. And I don't always know which ones are important. And sometimes I'll see a book and I'll be like, oh, this is just gibberish. And then come to find out it's actually important because it gives a clue to this puzzle here. But it's like, okay, how much of this game do you want me to spend reading fictional books to determine whether or not they're going to be useful? It's like, on some level, there needs to be a balance. And like Skyrim actually is like really easy with that, because most books are useless, and if they're useful, like they give you a skill up, then they actually you can tell by their value. So I wish this game had something like that.
More of those wretched things.
Don't worry, we'll kick their butts too. Yeah, I'll take a free dagger. Yeah, okay, I'll start taking some fish. Again, I don't want to become over-encumbered with supplies. Yeah, I'm not proficient, but I will take that loot. Backpack empty. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this. And we're not going to try. In theory, you can try and sneak around these things, or like do a sneak attack on them. This is easy mode. We're not going to care about that.
Vicious filth. Best keep some distance, or this will be a short fight.
Of course, it now occurs to me that I no longer have a Shield of Faith, so let's have Shadowheart cast it. That is a bonus action, so she can still do that, and then bonk this guy on the head. Okay, so...
Sometimes the only way out is
and once again, bonus action, I'll show you myself. And you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and topple you. Alright, so let's see, what can Shadowheart do now? You know what, she has one spell left. Let's go ahead. We'll use it on that guy, because he's the healthiest.
Survival is all that matters.
Dang right. Survival is the name of Brash Humblefoot's game. Because, I mean, what's the good of being good if you end up dead? Ow, that hurt. Alright, and then nothing we can really do about that.
Stay idle.
So now we're bonking.
Quite well. Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
Okay, so let's go ahead. That's just explaining end of the day, short rest, long rest. So now, here is why we picked up that thing, because we can go to throw, we can go to water, and we can use it to extinguish that fire right there. Alright, so let's see here. Anything good on the brain, boys? No. Oh, there was something good on that one. Alchemical ingredient. Yeah, let's examine. Okay, so you can examine enemies or even dead ones. So in this case, this one was weakened because of the crash. This is a thing it can do, opportunity type. And this means that blind sight means you can see without seeing. So obviously it does not have eyes, but it can just know where you are.
Breathe deep.
So before we do anything else, let's do some looting. Oh, I just ran through a caustic surface. Alright. More nature grenades.
Open up.
Okay, so this is oil, diminution. Coat your weapon in oil. It receives a -1 penalty to damage for targets failing a constitution save suffer disadvantage. Nah, we can sell it at least. I'm not always fond of items that like give you a negative for a positive. It's like I would rather just have items that give me a positive, even if they're not as great. But until then, we just leveled up. So let's go ahead and do that, because I believe at level 2 we get wild shape. Oh, and we need to choose a subclass. Okay. So let's just take a look here. So Circle of Lane, channel the natural arcana flowing through the earth, and creatures atop it to cast powerful druidic magic. So you get the wild shape regardless of your class, and these are what you can turn into. Natural recovery. Oh, okay, so we can use that to recover spell slots. And what's that? Natural recovery charge. Okay. Circle the moon, your form is mutable as the mercurial moon, letting you shift your form into massive beasts and even primal elementals. So again, okay, so we have a lunar men to regain hit points. And again, we have our wild shapes here. Did we have the badger on the last one? Oh, no, but we get the bear, and that's like the better one. Viewing death, necrosis, and fungal growth, and sporulation as just another part of life. You can manipulate such spores to augment yourself and harm your foes. So basically, you get like this spore cloud thing that you got going. You are guided by infinite mysteries of the cosmos. It is through your understanding of the stars that your druidic magic gains potency. So this one is weird, because basically you gain a starry form, and you can choose different starry forms, and they do different things depending on what you want to do. So like, if you go into combat and you're like, okay, well this combat I need to be a blaster, you'll take the archer form. So in this case, yeah, that's... We're not going to be doing this, but this is what I find as one of the more intriguing ones. So let's see, Starry Form Archer. A constellation of an archer appears on you. As a bonus action while in this starry form, you can cast Luminous Arrow. And this one is the same thing, but it gives you Chalice Healing. And then this one lets you do Dazzling Breath. But we're not interested in that. We are going to go with the Circle of the Moon, because we want to be a bear and then later a Dilophosaurus. Okay, prepare spells. I don't have any more... Wait, no, I have one more spell slot, because I didn't have Ice Knife before. Okay, so what can we do here? Because this... Okay, that's not a ritual. Ideally, I would like things that are ritual, concentration, or out of combat. I wouldn't mind having one combat spell just for good measure. You know what? Dinosaur, Thunder Lizard, let's go with Thunderwave. Now, Now, one thing that a lot of people like to do with Shadowheart is you can later respec them, so you can choose a different cleric subclass. Otherwise, she is trapped in the trickery domain. I am not going to be doing that for this particular run, mostly because I just kind of want to keep Shadowheart as is. However, we can turn her spell slots around. Okay, so I do want to give her Inflict Wounds, because that's a melee attack roll. That's going to be pretty good. She does have armor, so she can be up front a little bit. Let's see, so that's an attack. What does she have for concentration spells? Okay, that's not concentration. Okay, you or an ally cannot be targeted until you attack or harm a creature. You can still take damage from air spells. So I'm going to take that, because that's something to where she can cast that on someone who's like really low, or if I want to like cast Bless or Bane, then I can have her cast that and then pop that on herself. Again, that doesn't take concentration, that one does. Let's go ahead. Let's do Command, that's not concentration, and let's do Bane. So these are like really good control spells. So Command, you can basically tell a creature to do something and they have to do it. You can have them drop to the ground and then you can just pummel them while they're down. Bane is one where you can see there up to 3 creatures receive a -1d4 penalty to attack rolls and saving throws. Again, that's concentration. Let's see. So I imagine what she can do is she can pop Bane on enemies, stay back. Actually, she can pop Bane and then immediately cast Sanctuary, and that should be able to work. But until then, we're also going to keep Shield of Faith, mostly because I need a little bit of extra AC as a druid. Plus, she can cast that on me on bear form, and that would be just as fine, too. Alright, so as you can see, we didn't get everything back, so this is our wild shape here. Why can't I... Oh, I see, so that's the thing, and then I can turn to these, so I can wild shape into a bear if I want. Okay. Anyway, let's get rid of that. So as you can see, like, we gained some health because we leveled up, but we're also low on spell slots. So I believe...
These things have stayed interesting.
See, I believe I had an ability that gave me a... Oh, maybe not. I thought I got something that would have given me the ability to...
Is that blood? No.
Let's see here.
Never mind.
Yeah, hold on a second. Where's... Okay, no, I don't want that. Yeah, I thought it gave me something that I was going to be able to recover things. So, but let's do a short rest, because, you know, I have my 2 wild shapes. And then Shadowheart, did she gain any spell slot back? Yeah, so Shadowheart gained a spell slot back. So, we're good for now, because I can turn into a bear. She can still armor me up and blast. Actually, I'm still armored up.
What's in here?
Well, brain, obviously. Alright, let's see here.
Let's have a look.
Yep, Thieves' Tools. I always take Thieves' Tools. And this is why we take Thieves' Tools. So you right-click on it, you click lockpick.
Should do it.
So now this is one area where I also criticize this game. In normal D&D, skill checks do not automatically fail on a nat 1. The way it works is even if you have a nat 1, you have all these bonuses to it. You can it's still over a 1. The only time a nat 1 automatically fails is on an attack roll, and the only time a nat 20 automatically succeeds is on an attack roll. It's completely different from skill checks. That said, we got plenty of bonuses, so let's go ahead and roll. Well, would you look at that? I'm 3 times as good as I need to be. Okay, leather helmet. I believe I can wear leather. So let's hit tab. Go to you. Character sheet. Thought it was character sheet. Maybe it's... here we go. Armor. So light and medium. So I'm pretty sure that's a medium. Okay. Yeah, actually, that's light. So I'll go ahead and I'll put on a helmet. Let's go ahead and get this Murgrass and the Belladonna. Excuse me. Wasn't expecting to talk this much today. And now we have the next member of the pack up here.
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Easily. Stand back. Humblefoot will squash it.
There.
Also, my beard is looking through my helmet.
Just a dumb boar. You're relieved until you see the flash of a dagger.
Yeah, when we're stepping, I'm going to make you eat that knife.
But first you'll tell me what you know. I saw you on the ship. You're in league with them, aren't you? Those tentacle... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light. The fear.
What was that? What's going on? The worm. Of course. That explains things. Somewhat. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies. A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
And now here's one thing I love about this. So, Baldurian is like the typical, okay, you belong in this world. You were there when the thing snatched everyone too. But people create weird stories for their characters. In fact, you could even like make a character from a completely different set of fiction. Like if you want to make She-Ra, you can say like, hey, I'm She-Ra, a mind flayer came to my world and, abducted me. Or you can make any weird story. And like even with mine, like I'm from Chult. So it's one of those things where it's like, I love that you can just say, hey, tell them your name and story, and you can put anything in there.
My, you've been busy. So, did you learn anything about these worms while wandering the ship? Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time.
So another thing you might notice is, okay, spoiler alert for those of you who don't know, Astarion's a vampire. And you can kind of tell because when he talks, you can kind of see like his fangs. If you don't pay attention enough, you might miss it. But the other thing you should definitely notice is he has the fang marks on the side of his neck.
Well, yes, of course. But first things first.
Yep, come on, join the pack.
I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And anyone that can crash a mind flayer ship and walk away seems like a good person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
Okay, Astarion. As a welcome to the pack, you get this fancy hat. I'm better suited for a leather helmet anyway. And let's level you up. And of course, once again, Astarion is someone where, like, when he gets one more level, you can choose his subclass. We are just going to keep him as his default Arcane Trickster, where we're not going to get really fancy with the character subclasses. We will save that for down the road when we do Honor Mode. Why is my AC 13? Why did...
No time to dally.
Why did that wear off? Okay, that's disappointing. Let's go ahead. Let's see if we can talk to the boar.
Speak up.
I've never tried talking to the boar. Usually I'm a barbarian, so I don't get to speak with animals till later.
Away! You're all the same. Too many of my kind died because of your spears, but not me!
You know, I am kind of hungry. I could cook some bacon. Okay. And there's a little secret cove down here. Oh, you know, I walked right past the area that Many a True Nerd showed in his video that has the treasure. But you know, it's okay, because I don't think there was anything like greatly impressive in there. Okay, I think...
Grooves in the mud around that rock.
Not strong enough. Okay. Oh,
What's next?
Can you move it? Okay, well then move closer. There we go.
Let's get going.
And there's some nice things here. And so, like, here's a good example. So, yeah, you have this Harper's map. You can read it, and it'll describe the map. And it will actually mark it on your map. And then you have this. I think that marks something else on your map. But again, like, you don't know if they're important. So, like, yeah, they're hidden, and that kind of indicates they might be important. But you don't know. For all you know, it could be, like, just the lover's notes again, where it's like, hey, you know, meet me here during this time so that, you know, we can meet up and, you know, our parents will find us.
On my way.
Oh, actually, let's go here. So I believe, yeah, there's a dead mind flayer here. I'm sure he has a couple of nature bombs on him. Okay, one nature bomb, that's not bad. God, I love the fact that I can play this.
A mind flayer. And it's hurt.
Let's fix that.
Approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion? Yes, you feel hate, and you deserve to be punished for it. You should be whipped, made to bow before this creature in shame. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it, but then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere. The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
You know what? Survival of the fittest, mother.
Monster. Death is too good for it.
Damn straight. Yeah, so let's distribute some more health potions. So we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, no, we have Gale coming up. But let's do this. Astarion is going to be good with short swords. Oh, you know, do I want him to do... You know, no. I feel like Astarion... I don't know why I'm saying it like that. I feel like Astarion would be better with a rapier. No, give me my gem back. Astarion, you little thief, give me my gem back. Alright, yes, we're gonna go with that. Alright, dead bodies. Let's get some loot.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
Nah, I don't want a goblin scimitar. And I really don't need a goblin bow. Oh, does Astarion have a ranged weapon? Yeah, he has a bow. So we're going to keep him with the bow.
What's going on with that room? Looks unstable.
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
Okay, and see, here's the thing. If the DM describes something as slightly dangerous, do not touch it. But at the same time, like, it's pretty much encouraging you to touch it. But, like, honestly, like, if this were an actual D&D campaign, Gale would be stuck in there, because I would not be touching the dangerous-looking thing.
A hand? Anyone?
I mean, I got two of them. Yeah, you know, what's the point of being a druid if you can't do druid stuff? Oh, just barely. Must be losing my touch.
Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now a quick little pull should do the trick. Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Norse Lloyd as well.
Yeah, how'd you get stuck
I
in
don't
that
know
stuff?
what transpired exactly, but the ship broke into pieces and I suddenly found myself in freefall. As I was plummeting to certain death, I spied a glimmer quite near where I estimated my body to impact with less than savory propulsion. Recognizing this glimmer to be magical in nature, I reached out to it with a weaving of words and found myself on the other side, as it were. How about you? How did you survive the fall? Fair enough. But even so, I have the unfortunate suspicion your survival is still very much in jeopardy. Back on the ship, you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region. Were you not?
Yep.
No use sugarcoating it, is there? The insertee we speak of, this parasite? Are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers?
Yes, I
It's
know.
a process known as ceramorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them. As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
Sure thing. Welcome to the pack, Eagle.
Most excellent. Parasite shared is a parasite halved. Or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
Alright, and now Gale has entered the party, and now we get to level him up. And because he is a wizard, he gets his subclass at level 2. We will keep him at evocation, because again, we're not going to mess with this too much. Let's see here. What spells does he have? You know, I'm nicknaming him Eagle. I'm going to nickname everyone like an animal, because they're part of the pack. So we'll give Eagle Featherfall, and then we'll give... And you know what? Magic Missile. You cannot go wrong with Magic Missile. Magic Missile is actually really good. But prepared spells. Let's see what we can do here. Mage Armor... Yeah, until long rest, it's pretty good. Magic Missile should be good. Featherfall is kind of situational, so we'll see here. Sleep's a good one. Fog Cloud's a good one. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do Thunder Wave. This way, if enemies get close, he can Thunder Wave. Not sure what animal I'll make Shatterheart, but Astarion is obviously a bat, Gale is eagle, Lae'zel's a frog.
More for me.
Howdy, fellas.
You're both twice as tall as me, but have half the bloody backbone.
But we don't know what that thing even is. And what about the crypt?
I'm telling you, it's a ship. And the crypt can wait. Mari and Barton have been trying to break in for days. Now we... Stop! Got ourselves competition already. That's our ship.
Let's see here. What do we have? Yeah, you know, I'll just be honest. I think that ship's full of monsters. I wouldn't go near it. I don't care if they don't believe me. I mean, there could be tadpoles in there. You definitely don't want them getting infected.
In that case, come on, you lot. No point in getting killed. Second worm gets the cheese and all.
Second mouse gets the cheese, no?
Nobody's getting any damn cheese! Now move it!
You're more cunning than you look. I thought we had a fight on our hands.
There's something underneath here.
Yes, there is. And I know what it is. But I want to test a few things first. So first, let's do some looting. Yeah, definitely want to get a torch. I'll send that to Astarion because he can throw it. I'll take supplies. Oh, and actually, hold on. Let's send that to Astarion. And let's actually... Yeah, we're going to give him 2 of these. Because Astarion is going to be our lockpicker extraordinaire here. Oh, there we go. One more dagger. Alright, and actually, let's do this. Let's go ahead. I'm going to give Gale the crossbow. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the throwing axe as my ranged weapon. Except I can't because I am not proficient with it. Okay, then I guess I'll just take the other crossbow. Am I not... I'm not proficient with crossbows? That is strange. Okay, well, you know what? Here's the thing. I will take... Actually, no, hold on a second. We're going to give that to him. I know what we're going to do. We're going to backtrack a little bit. And let's see here. Did I already do the burlap sack? Potatoes. And then I want the shovel here. Okay, we're going to do just a smidgen of backtracking. I like the way he jogs. Like it's such a brisk jog because his character model is so small. So it looks like he's really trying to hoof it and put in effort. Whereas everyone's just kind of like at a very light jog. Okay, one of these guys had a bow on him. There we go. And you know what? Here's the thing is, tell me that does not look like the kind of bow that someone from a jungle would have. So we're going to go ahead and just... There we go. We're still going to mainly use our staff, but if push comes to shove and we don't have any ranged attacks and we need a ranged attack, we'll use our bow. There's a reason I grabbed that shovel.
What's that?
Now, here's a fun thing. So, that mound won't appear unless one of your party members passes that perception check. Yeah, I'll send those to Gale. But even if you don't pass the perception check, one of the things you can do is you can just use the shovel on the area where the trunk is, and then it'll still work the same. Now that said, you still have to find out where it is. So like,
that might be worth a look.
So like, if you didn't know it was there, you could like kind of start tapping around and see what you could do. Oh yeah, I'll take an antidote. Okay, so now let's do something else here. Any spell scrolls that I have are going to go to Gale. The reason being is because he can actually learn spells. Now, you need to have spell slots for the spells. So like right now, he can only learn Burning Hands, which is why I didn't mind giving him, you know, non-evocation spells, because you can always just pick up a scroll and learn it. So for 25 gold, I think Burning Hands is a great spell for him to have. In fact, let's see, 3 to 18. Yeah, you know, let's replace Thunderwave. There we go. Just because it does a little. Now there are a lot of things that resist fire damage, but I'm not going to worry about those right now. Especially because, again, we are on easy mode. Okay. So let me see. What are my wild shape options? I can do a spider, a badger, a wolf, a cat, a bear. Okay, I'm going to try something here. So let's start by ungrouping myself. So now I'm the only person that does anything. Let's wild shape into a spider. This is my first time playing with wild shape. Okay. Oh. Okay, when I said wild shape into a spider, I was really kind of thinking that I'd be like a tiny spider that could crawl into there. I'm kind of disappointed in this. Okay, hold on. Let's start by group ball. Well, let's see here. Okay, you know what? You know what? I made my choice. Astarion, you're gonna do the smooth talking right now.
Why do you give a look? Everything all right out there?
Yes, it is me. Let me in.
You sound a bit shaken, boss. Hang on while I find the key.
He doesn't sound very convinced. Okay, let's go back to me. This spider is going to open a door.
You're dead!
Actually, I was thinking he was probably thinking more, Jesus, is that a giant spider? Okay, so I can web, expose thick, flammable webbing that slows creatures, possibly and webs them. Or I can do a venomous bite. You know, let's have some fun with this. Oh, okay, I don't want to get everyone, I just want to get him. Oh, his torch, his torch did that. That's kind of cool. Okay, I'm probably going to damage myself walking into fire by doing this.
Let's turn someone inside out.
You know what? Fair enough. Let's do a ranged attack.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well,
I was really not expecting my wild shape to be this large. So I'm kind of disappointed. But you know what? That's okay. That is A-okay. Oh yeah, let's not forget to loot the body. Okay, let's send that to Shadowheart. Okay, let's send that to Gale, because Astarion and Shadowheart should both have dark vision.
Light on my feet.
Yeah,
No
let's
more
go ahead
prayers.
and do a little
Only
looting.
dust and silence.
Who are those prayers for? Normally the patron god is obvious. Not here.
Ancient, indecipherable text covers the plaque.
A dead tongue. Whoever worshipped here must be long gone.
And the neat thing is you actually can, like, just, you know, light the things around you to Yeah, you know, get some light. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, let's take a carafe of water. A straight up supply pack is always good. A supply pack is essentially an entire night's worth of rest. I'm gonna take basically anything that is food on here. Okay. Don't think there's anything else really of value here. So sometimes you can find things like silver and whatnot. Okay, no. Shut that off. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I'm not going to hotbar anything. And we're not even going to try and stealth around here. We could, but I'm not going to. And oh, and of course I'm in the doorway. Okay, can I jump? Oh yeah, of course I can jump over the halfling. Okay. Must have advantage. Okay. So I've already used my bonus action to do that. Let's go ahead and hamstring her. There we go. Perfect. And, you know, I'll kind of move out of the way a little bit so everyone else can jump over
How'd
me.
you get past Andor? Back off!
Oh, you're gonna dash. That's cute. Okay, and so is this an action? Oh, no, it's a bonus action. Perfect. Ooh, wait. Hold on. Well, you know, it's only one target right now, so let's not worry about it. Bear. Let's see. Goading roar. Okay, so I can tank and then claws. Well, you know what?
Let's get this.
Am I a polar bear? Oh wait. God, I know there was a way to. No, that wasn't. I know there's a way to view party.
Keep your distance.
I swear there was a way to like just hit a button and switch between them all. I thought it was tab. Starion's gonna take poisons.
Better make camp soon. Might be a while before there's another chance to rest.
Oh, you're
Gotta
fine.
slow down.
Okay, nothing in there. Imagine just being in a dungeon and then suddenly there's a bear. Oh, and a cord. Okay. Starion can't really. Okay, bonus action dash. So that we can get him out of the way right quick. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted... Oh, that's right. I already used hamstring. Okay. You know, in this case, let's go ahead and we're going to put a bottle of grease on this guy.
How about this?
So that... Because he's a berserker, so we'll do that and we can make him fall prone.
Clear off! We got here first.
Yes, but I am a bear. Okay, Shadow Heart. Dash is going to be your action if I do that. Okay. I should be able to get past you, I think. Now let's do... Oh, not enough movement. But you know, we can hit here and we can just light him on fire. Oh, yeah. Love it. Oh. And you know what? Let's go ahead and just... cast a little armor on the bear. Okay. Okay, Gale can sadly not get past. Okay. So you know what, let's... oh yeah, here we go, Fog Cloud. So I'm going to go ahead and let's Fog Cloud everyone so that they cannot hit... I mean, we're blinded, but they also can't hit us. It's kind of just how it works. And he's melee. Okay. Okay, can I jump over? Yeah, there we go. That's right, keep fighting the bear. Okay, so Asterion. Okay. Got poison with... Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh, hold on. Switch to that. Put a basic poison on it. And then let's go ahead and... Why do I have disadvantage? Hold on a second. I should not have disadvantage. Okay. Is it because I'm technically blinded in there? Oh, look at that. Now I suddenly don't have disadvantage. Okay. So I feel... I'm getting the feeling that Fog Cloud is something that I would rather cast on other people. I do not have any spell slots left. So, cantrips. What do I have for cantrips? Okay, that's concentration. 1d10 fire, 1d8 radiant. You know what? Let's go ahead and just keep doing the fire. 65, 60, 75. There we go. Hit the cast. Oh, that is horrifying. I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Okay, Gale, let's bring you out here. And you know what? Magic Missile never misses, so... Target is too far. Target is too... That's supremely disappointing. Okay. Is there something else I can... Oh! Wait, no, it's not concentration. Target is too far. Okay. Okay, which of these are bonus act? What do I have for bonus actions? Almost nothing. You know, okay, what do I have that's concentration? Because if I can cast another concentration spell... You know what, this is until long rest, I believe, so we're just going to go ahead and armor him up now. Oh, buddy, you just came into the wrong fighting range. Okay, so you're poison, so I should have advantage on you, yeah? How do I not have advantage on you if you're... He has gaping wounds, he has basic poison on him. Why do I not have advantage? You know what? I'm probably going to take an opportunity attack, but I don't care. You know what? Never mind. There we go. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, you know, let's just all... Let's just all rag on the Berserker there. Okay, you know what, Gale? You need to kind of just get over it. Okay, let's have you move there. And we're going to use that to douse me. Okay. And Maul. Wow, this guy is tanky. Oh, well, yeah, you know, let's go ahead and do that. There we go. I don't need a whole lot, but... Okay, I have advantage against you, right? Because, yeah, there we go. Okay, and then we're gonna move you over here. Cunning action hide. And that did not work. Because I underestimated the line of sight. Okay, Shadowheart, let's go ahead and move you here. Who can we take out? You know, you're basically dead. But of course, Shadowheart misses on everything. Okay, finally. You know what? Here's where we're gonna... Oh. There we go. So 1 on you, 2 on you. And the best part is, Magic Missile always hits. You couldn't have gotten 1 more damage, Gale. Okay. Okay, so Gale, let's kind of move you over here. And then, you know, drink a potion. I should have had someone douse you.
Again.
light on my feet.
He's left in action. Okay, so those are both action. I would rather just outright attack him. Okay, Astarion. You know what? You can sneak it. No, sneak attack. Yeah, because your ally's right next to him, so that means automatic advantage. Okay, so let's go ahead and.
This will do nicely.
Okay, you should be able to hide there. There we go. Okay, Shadowheart, would you like to hit with something? Thank you. Alright. Loot the corpse. Okay. Draw poison. That's going to go to Astarion.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Which isn't very much, because I am a bear. Okay, we're going to send that to Gale. Oh, Gale already has a quarterstaff, so we don't need that. Send that to Astarion. And see, now that's a cool thing, because you might not miss it, but you can light that stuff and then you can see
it. Here we go.
Anyone ever see a bear read? You have now.
Always room for more.
Yeah, you know, I think I'm just going to be a bear, like, the whole time, if I can. Like, why wouldn't I want to be a bear the whole time? That just seems like the superior choice. Okay, let's see here. I know there's some chests in here. Opulent chests.
Yes, I'm getting a distinct whiff of crypt. Undisturbed, too. Until now.
Oh, Astarion is still hiding. I don't need you hiding anymore, buddy. Okay, how do I... I'm trying to remember how I unhide him. How do I unhide you? There we go. So we're actually going to switch to Astarion for a moment. Because in here is where things get dangerous. So let's go ahead and just move everyone here. And we're going to ungroup Astarion. Okay, perception fail. Okay, let's turn on some lights here. That might help.
Traps. How considerate.
Yep. So here's the thing with these traps, is you have vents on the floor, and then you have, over here, you have some gargoyle skulls.
Oh dear.
And then you have this button, and I'll be honest, I do not know what this button does. So here's one thing I want to see. Okay, so you have open and disarm. Opening it is obviously a bad idea, because if you open it without disarming it, these pour out grease, the gargoyles shoot out fireballs, and then it ignites, and you're pretty much going to instantly die. But I want to try something here. So press that button. So I don't know what that does. I honestly don't know what that does, because that doesn't get rid of any of the traps and vents, and I still have to disarm this. So let's go ahead and disarm. And this is why Astarion is your trap monkey. Then we're going to send that, let's see. You know, let's just send that to me for now. So I'm trying to remember who all has, yeah, perception check failed, I know.
Easy.
But yeah, back with the other, when I played Baldur's Gate on my other computer, this room was always a pain. Because, like, with the way it worked and with the way the game was really janky, I pretty much had to disarm everything and then the sarcophagus. And it was always awful. Okay, I'm not proficient with shields and I don't care.
Certainly.
you know, we're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna send that to me.
Be careful. There are traps about.
Send that to me, and I'll send that to me as well. But yeah, but with how laggy the game was, I basically had to disarm everything because I also had the problem where sometimes I would disarm a trap, and the trap wouldn't disarm in the game. Okay, so it's a martial and a war pick. Who is proficient with martial and war picks? Martial weapons, but not war picks. Okay, not war picks. Not war picks. Okay, so no one can use that war pick. That's unfortunate. Okay, but spears. Okay, who is proficient with spears? Okay. Okay, I can do spears, but I can't use shillelagh with the spear. It has to be a club or a quarterstaff, so that's not going to be a go. Let's see. Shadowheart can use a spear. Gale could use a spear. And Astarion can use a spear, but I think he's going to be better with a rapier. So let's do this. So a spear is a strength weapon. Who has better strength? That would be Shadowheart. So you know what? Shadowheart is going to get that spear. And so, like, let's see here. Death's Promise. When the spear misses a target, the wielder's next attack roll against that target gains True Strike. See, that's good. True Strike is actually awful as a spell, and they did not fix it in this game. They fixed it in 5e Revised. But it's awful for a very mathematical reason. And that is that... okay, so the way it used to work was that... So you would cast True Strike on turn 1, let's say. Let's just call it turn 1. And then on turn 2, your attack against a target would have advantage. And what the way advantage is that you roll 2 dice, and then you take the larger of the 2 dice. But here's the thing. You're basically not rolling a dice, and then you're rolling 2 dice to do 1 attack. At that point, it's easier to just attack twice, and then you have the chance, even if it's not a great chance, of hitting twice. The amount of the amount of bonus you're getting. Let's see here. Oh, splits. The amount of bonus you're getting. Oh, because I'm a bear. That's why. That's why it can't be changed right now. But the amount of bonus you're getting is not commensurate to what you're giving up. You're still rolling 2 dice, but you're only getting 1 attack.
Let's see what this does.
They look like scribes, despite the weapons.
So let's
No
switch.
surprise that they died then.
I wonder what was so subversive about their words that they commanded protection.
Might as well take a look.
Oh, okay. Astarion, you're taking point then.
Hardly a challenge.
But the reason True Strike is good on that weapon is because you're still attacking twice, and then you're getting True Strike on the next turn. So it is basically just a better version of True Strike. It's just that you miss. If you miss, then you get advantage on your next turn. That's all.
Alright.
And I like to light all these candles because that's the one thing. Is like, even if my character can in theory see in the dark, I cannot.
What's in
So I would rather be able to see what I'm attacking and doing. And you know what? Let's go ahead. We're gonna pop my last short rest because we're gonna have at least 1 fight coming up. Okay, yeah, we already knew about preparing spells. We're not going to worry about that right now because we're also out of a lot of our spell slots. Wait, hold on. There we go. A well-lit dungeon is a dungeon that enemies can't hide in.
What's hiding here?
Oh yeah, we're gonna send those to Gale. And those are protection from good and evil. That's actually gonna come in useful.
How much further can I go? Better not be cursed.
Oh, I did regain a wild shape on a rest. Oh, recharge and short rest. Okay. I need to remember that for the future, because that's actually a good thing to have. Okay, let's see here. Okay, hold on. I gotta be a human to read this book.
Come on, open up.
A chained up book in a long abandoned temple.
Hold on a second. I wanna...
Temptation, old friend. We meet again.
Hold on a second. Yeah. There we go. That's what I'm looking
for. It's far lighter than it should be with such a massive log.
Yeah, let's search for an arcane rune to sabotage. Oh, wait, this is intelligent. Okay. Shadowheart's guidance cancels out my low intelligence. Ah, still got it. Who needs smarts?
As the lock opens, a loose page comes with it. Magic pulses from the parchment. What was once script is now an obliterated scrawl. You have a sense these are names, a list. But of what?
Yes, let's try our religion.
Gods. These are the names of gods, once lost but now restored after the Second Sundering. The last three names in this book sit close together, but are so devastated by the scroll as to be unreadable. Entire pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
Okay, so now I get to be a D&D nerd and tell you guys what the Second Sundering is. So basically, at one point, all the gods, because you know D&D is a setting with polytheism, but essentially, at one point, all the gods were given mortal form and they could actually die. So that's what the Second Sundering was, is when all the gods were made mortal, and some of them did in fact die, and then I think in at least one instance, a mortal actually like took over godhood after the Second Sundering, and then later they didn't, because you know it's D&D, so like people do weird things. Okay, who is proficient with tridents? I feel someone is proficient with tridents. Not me, but someone is. Okay, not you. Not you. And not you. Okay. Then I guess that's just gonna sit in our collection.
I've got a long road ahead. Moving ahead.
And I am out of spell slots, which is unfortunate.
Anything of use?
Dragon? I didn't think anyone worshipped the scribe of the dead.
Something just woke up down here.
This looks like a job for a bear.
The darkness can be to our advantage.
Okay, well, what if I were... Oh, I can't jump. Okay, that's only for nearby enemies. Okay, so this is pretty much worthless.
The dance macabre.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's move you here. Okay, can I hide?
Just like old times.
Oh, I was able to hide. Which means sneak attack! Okay. Gale, you are out of spell slots, which means you are largely just a glorified blaster. So let's go ahead, let's move you right here. We'll get you a little bit of height advantage. Okay, so you're a caster. Okay. Warrior, scribe. Okay, so you're a warrior, so let's hit you so that you're slowed. At least a little bit, hopefully. No.
Let's end this. On my way.
Oh, and you know what? All undead that can see you, and then none of them are in range. Is that right? Hold on. Range 9 meters. Okay. So let's do this then. What do we got here? Hold on. There we go. See, are these guys weak to radiant? I imagine they would be. No. I was sworn the undead were weak to radiant damage, but I guess that is not the case. Okay, let's just hit you then. Saved, of course. Ooh, silence. That sucks. Okay. Well, thank you for getting nice and close, because now I'm going to maul. Not enough movement. How slow am I? That's a bonus action. So you know what? Yeah, bonus action. I'll jump to you. And now I'll use my action to maul you. Nope. Yeah, I'm not targeting this action.
Go for the throat.
Okay, let's see here. Who do we have? Path is interrupted. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to...
With finesse.
Okay, bonus action
Let's
hide.
have a little fun.
And of course he failed the hide check, because... I'm sorry, he should be able to hide behind that pillar. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead, we'll hamstring you. Wow, those are some weak hamstrings. Okay, Gale, what do you got going? Oh, nothing, because you're in silence. Okay. So let's move you, like, 2 feet out of silence. Okay, there we go. 75... Yeah, you know, we're gonna go for you.
Can't afford to let up.
Okay. You know, I want... Oh, because I'm silenced. That's technically a verbal command. Fine, you know what? And then I'm gonna push you. No, not the bear. Okay. Oh, I forgot that guy was over there. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and... I'm the tank, I have to tank the damage.
Best be on my way.
Shall we cut and run?
Okay. I wish there was a way I could see the hide. Like, where's a good place to hide?
Let's find some prey.
Okay. Let's see, I gotta find a way to get in range with them. Okay, let's move you there.
Let's go.
See, this is what I don't like. I should be able to see where I'm going. Okay. No. I just wasted a Starian's turn. That's on me. Light him on fire.
Ready.
75. And see, yeah, see, this is why Sacred Flame sucks. Because it's a dexterity save. Most things have dexterity. And then this is just a straight up attack. And it's not even her main, it's int. That's not even her spellcasting. She has that because she's an elf. Or a half-elf.
Fools. Rising from the dead just to protect some dusty old baubles.
If not over, then through.
A lot of effort to hide one sarcophagus.
Oh, it took me out of wild shape. I wanted to talk to him as a bear.
So he has spoken, and so thou standest before me. Right, as always. What a curious way to awaken. Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life?
It probably depends on the size of the mortal, how much meat you get off them, whether or not you have the right seasoning. Let's see. Yeah, why aren't you attacking me?
Because that would be senseless.
Okay,
Wilt
I appreciate
thou
that.
answer my question?
And see, this is what I hate, because you can say ask away, and then he asks it again.
So, I ask again, what is the worth of a single mortal life?
About 350. Let's see, these. Yeah, you know, I feel like that's like the very natural answer. It's like in a state of nature, survival is the thing that matters the most. Like, and now granted, animals find different ways to survive, including banding together in groups. But if they didn't have a better chance of survival, they wouldn't do that.
At this particular junction, perhaps that is not so far from the truth. Very well. I am satisfied. We have met, and I know thy face. We will see each other again at the proper time and place. Farewell.
Oh, cool. Put me back into a bear. Didn't have to do that. I guess that would really suck if you, like, wasted a wild shape for the day and then... Or, you know, you used a wild shape, wasted it for the day, and then talking to someone put you out of it. I wonder, hold on a second. I'm curious. Examine. Does it tell me my walking speed as a bear? Ah! My movement speed is 8 meters as a bear. I am ever so slightly faster as a bear. That alone makes it worth it. And this is why it's also useful to go up this way, because there's some stuff here. Okay, that climbing animation on the bear is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's go ahead and dismiss our wild shit for now. Oh, it actually is very specifically a polar bear. That's kind of odd. Alright, let's go ahead and do our first long rest, because some of us are damaged. I think a lot of us are missing. Yeah, no spell slots. No spell slots, and he doesn't have spells. Yeah, so let's go ahead. We will take a long rest. Okay, yeah, I know about long rests. Oh, that's right. I have a
Can't give up now.
bonus thingies in my chest.
No traps, please.
I wonder when that happened, because it's been a while since I played. What are these? Drake General Die. Combine this die with an equipment item to alter the color. Imperial Die Master's secret in his apprentice's roar. For those who wish to stride valiantly in a... That is interesting. I almost don't want to use it. I only got 5 of them. Okay, no. I'm going to leave you there. Okay, so... Let's go ahead and start putting stuff away. Okay, so I got a scimitar. Yeah, let's do. We'll put a couple scimitars in. We get a couple short swords. Throwing axe, I'll leave for Lae'zel. Okay, we got a light crossbow. I'm actually going to send these to Astarion. I'm going to make Astarion like the thrower of the bunch. Okay, Trident can go in there. Warpick can go in there. Armor can go in there because Lae'zel might like that. So let's go ahead and get these on. So leather boots. I like the Grove Tender boots. I like the way they look. So let's go ahead. We'll put those in there for now. I'm going to keep that because that's a throwable. Okay, Harper's map. You don't actually need the Harper's map once it marks on your map. So you don't need that. Send those to Astarion. Send those to Astarion. Okay, the books we'll read real quick. Okay, I don't need the perfumed letter. I don't need the shanties for the bitch queen. Shovel, keep. Always keep the shovel on you. I'm going to keep the soul coins for now. Let's send that to Gale because he can possibly learn that. Book of Dead Gods, we have read that. Chapel Records, Journey Through the Jungle, Antidote. I'm going to put the loot away. Don't need the loot. Okay. That's good for now. Let's go ahead and sort these by type. Let's read some books now. Okay, we already read that one. That was from the chapel. Death is too powerful a force for even a single god to contain. It is a duty that has been passed from hand to hand, splintered into smaller pieces, disease, war, funeral rites. But there must always be an overseal of the cycle as life falls away. For countless aeons it was Jurgle, the Lord of the End. Everything presided over mortality with his unblinking stare. Until he grew weary, young Ball, Bane, and Merkel must have thought themselves conquerors when they came for the god of death. Yet he used their ambitions to free himself. Merkel claimed primacy over Jurgle's bargain. Primacy over death from Jurgle's bargain. But even he does not rule death alone. For what is murder, if not the most violent of deaths, seized by Ball in his incessant greed? What need would there be for noble Kelemvor to judge passing of souls if one deity could hold the entire process? Even gods can die, after all. Those who worship death should remember that above all else. Okay, Journey Through the Jungle. The sun had fallen below the horizon when I first heard its call. 1,000 reed pipes at once, whistling a single beautiful song. Ulu Thalong, said Jaw, it's coming. Jaw dropped her pack and scurried up the nearest bitter with a bit more effort. I climbed a tree of my own, and the two of us surveyed the grassy ground beneath. Awoo! There it was again, above and beneath and all around. I closed my so close my skull vibrated from the sound. The ferns and foliage under me rippled and swayed. Jaw held a finger to her lips to demand my silence, and in one motion it snatched her. A vine, a tentacle, it hardly mattered. The jungle had found its prey. Jaw's scream swelled and then faded as Ulu Thalong dragged her away. I leapt down to give chase, but the creature left no mark behind. The grasses were untrampled, the shrubs broken. I had only the memory of that harrowing call to guide me. The guild seal on the inside of the cover belongs to a printmaking collective in Baldur's Gate. Of course I remember. Knew the second that girl was walking that she'd be in trouble. Little thief always in everyone's business, and that ward of Gorian went right along with her. No surprise that Wicked's godblood was running in their veins. Saravak and his lot are always the first ones that come to mind. You'd think this all started with a bit of iron in Nashkel. Everyone thought their weapons would rot out of their hands. Back then I thought the problem was bad trade. Never took the man for a son of Baal. You dare speak that name to me. My mistress returned to ash fighting those forsaken wretches. I curse Baal. I curse Irenicus. And I curse you, hostile fire. The five tore Tether to pieces. I don't think anyone expected more Baalspawn showing up would fix the war that a pack of them started. Then again, they were all inclined to go killing each other, eh? Good riddance. Here's hoping that every last one of them has been wiped off the face of Faerun. I'm not authorized to be talking about any murder with someone like you. Take it up at the sea tower if you want to argue. But honestly, who cares if a Baalspawn got it stuck to them? Their father's the killing type after all. And then just continues. This one. Oh wait, no. Where's the vampire one? There should be one about vampires. Did I miss it? It'd be a shame if I missed it. In life, her service has been impeccable. Daily did she devote herself to the Lady of Loss. Daily did she free herself from the tyranny of memory. All in time was lost to her, her relations, her preferences, even her own name. Upon her altar of devotion she placed the ultimate offering, her emptied mind. When she died, she awoke in death and found herself standing in the pale and faded city of judgment. She waited for her Lady of Loss to retrieve her. 1,000,000 souls and more passed in her colorless gusts, but no hand materialized in her hand. No voice whispered instruction in her ear. No guidance proffered itself from the bleached and barren sky. Time, immaterial time, passed around her like air, coming and going. And still the goddess did not come for her devotee. Kelemvor pitied her as much as the Lord of the Dead is able, but could not intervene. This cleric of the Lady of Loss, unclaimed despite her worthiness, might yet have one more lesson to learn. That not of forgetting, but being forgotten. Yeah, Char's kind of a dick, to be honest. Let's see, did I? Yeah, I think I missed the book about vampires. Maybe next episode we'll go and we'll backtrack that. Also, I want my Speak with Dead amulet. There we go. Oh, that's weird. Right, so anyway, so this is the camp. Sometimes people will have little exclamation points saying that they want to, talk. Withers is here. He's the guy that can, retrain classes. Like I said, we are not going to be doing that for our companions, but we do have enough supplies to camp, so we are going to do so. And now you can see it goes to night, and now people want to talk, so let's talk to Gale.
Go to hell. Ha! You're a good sport. Go to hell. An everyday expression. So trivial it's almost meaningless. But we've seen hell. It's real. And it isn't trivial.
Yeah, what is on your mind,
Devils, dragons, mind flayers. They used to be abstracts. Pictures on a piece of paper. What a difference a day makes. Now we have tadpoles slithering through our heads like carnivorous feti. That's not abstract.
Yeah, brooding will get us nowhere.
This ballet of flames invites reflection. But you're right. Let's be up with the lark. Find a healer before the wee one gets hungry.
And we, of course, can talk to other people even if you can talk to people even if they don't have exclamation marks above their head.
Have a word.
What were you two talking about?
Yeah, just goes
I
next
see.
steps.
I'd be careful with Gale.
Yeah, you like to cause trouble. Come on, be part of the pack.
I was merely making an observation.
You seem reliable. I think you know how important it is that we find someone who can cure us. Best if we focus on that.
Good. We might even get lucky and find one right away. As I see it, we're overdue some good fortune. Rest well.
Alright, let's see if we can talk
I've
to her
heard
anymore.
you can't get blood from a stone, but apparently you can get a wizard from one. Gale seems interesting.
Yeah, what's the story with
There's
the
no
artifact?
story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
Alright, keep your secrets. Yeah, let's get to know each other.
No harm in a little mystery, don't you think?
Yeah.
Easier's often less interesting. Besides, we've plenty of reason to rely on each other already. You can't confide in just anyone about a monster in your head.
Yeah, maybe I'd like to get to know you better.
Sweet of you. But don't worry. I'm sure you'll get to know me just fine by traveling together. No need for interrogations just yet.
Yeah, but
Thank you.
I respect that.
I'm
Give
sure
her
we'll
space.
get along perfectly well.
Alright, that's enough out of her. Yeah, so let's see. I think we'll make Shadowheart Raven. Yeah, let's make her Raven, because Crow I feel is just kind of an odd name.
I'm brooding.
Sure thing, Bat. Yeah, let's see. Okay, do you have anything else to say, Gale?
You're not versed in magic, are you?
Of course I am. Nature guides me well.
Oh, I do apologize. I meant to ask, are you studied in magic? Namely, are you a wizard? Which you are not. If you meet any elder wizards, let me know. There is a matter I'd like to seek advice on from a master.
If you knew I wasn't a wizard, why did you ask me if I was a wizard? I feel like you asked that just to kind of be a dick. Alright. What's up, Bone Buddy?
We meet again, as predicted. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Yes, what kind of services?
Mending of the threads between life and death. Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more. Because it is my calling, there is little else to explain. A matter of coin.
Yeah, that's enough for now.
Fate spins, although thou dost not seem to be in need of my services.
I thought he also allowed you to, like, hire people. Like, if you didn't like the companions, like, or like if you wanted a paladin in your party, you could go to him and be like, I want to have a paladin in my party, and you would just get, like, a generic, like, dwarf paladin or something. But anyway, enough yapping, let's go to bed. And let's just do auto-select. God, Asterion even sleeps like a vampire. Alright, we are fresh and ready to roll the next day. But on that note, we've been going for about 2.5 hours now, so we are going to call it the end of the special here. As always, thank you for joining me on this 50 sub special. And one of the reasons I chose Baldur Gate, other than the fact that my old computer, was not able to handle it, is because I've been debating going to 4 videos a week, especially now that I have my new computer. I think I really am going to try and do that. And Baldur's Gate 3 just seems like a natural spot. I know Kingdom Hearts and I know Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic are kind of the ones I was planning on doing next. That was kind of before I get my computer, and I will still do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Baldur's Gate that 4th slot, and then as soon as Star Trucker or Chance Rando finishes up, then I'm going to go ahead and I will have Kingdom Hearts take that next slot, followed by Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. But as always, thank you for joining me. If you liked what you watched, then subscribe. Be another subscriber. Help me get to 100 subscribers, and I will find another special to do. And, honestly, the more subscribers I do, the more I can, take suggestions from you guys. If you really want to see me play a specific game, especially if it's, a little one-off thing, for a special, that is. But if you want, a series on a particular game, let me know, and I will take it under serious advisement. I have quite a decent-sized library. I obviously don't have every game in existence, but I'm always looking for more. So thank you for 50 subscribers. Thank you, whether you're a subscriber, whether you're my Blue Sky Mutuals that just listen to me yap online, whether you're just someone I know. Thank you for making this channel awesome, and keep doing what makes you awesome. Thank you very much, and goodbye.